The Hidden War, USA, UK, and Iran, a conflict that never truly ended ****. What if I told you, one of the most dangerous conflicts in modern history was never officially declared? This is not a war of borders, it's a war of influence. Long before headlines spoke of Iran as an enemy, it was once a strategic partner of the West. But alliances in global politics are never permanent. In the early 20th century, Iran was caught between powerful empires. Britain had deep control over Iranian oil and influence over its economy. Control over oil meant control over the future. Meanwhile, the United States began quietly entering the Middle East. Not with armies, but with interests. Because power doesn't always arrive with guns, sometimes it arrives with deals. By the 1950s, everything changed. Iran's prime minister sought to nationalize oil. And that decision would trigger a chain reaction no one could stop. In 1953, a covert operation backed by the United States and the United Kingdom overthrew Iran's government. A government was removed, but the consequences would last for generations. The Shah was restored to power. At first, stability returned. But beneath the surface, anger was growing. The people of Iran began to see foreign influence as control, not cooperation. Decades passed. Tension built. And then came the explosion. In 1979, the Iranian Revolution changed everything. The Shah was overthrown. A new Islamic Republic was born. And overnight, allies became enemies. Soon after, American diplomats were taken hostage in Tehran. The world watched in shock. A crisis that would define relations for decades. Trust was shattered. Diplomacy collapsed. And the hostility became permanent. But the conflict didn't stop there, it only evolved. In the 1980s, Iran was pulled into a brutal war with Iraq. The United States and its allies took some time. War isn't direct, but its impact is just as deadly. Covert operations, intelligence games, and regional influence became the new battlefield. A shadow war had begun. Years passed, but the tension never disappeared. Instead, it adapted. Because modern wars are not always fought with soldiers, but with strategy. Iran began developing its influence across the Middle East. Through alliances, proxies, and ideology, power was expanding, without borders. Meanwhile, the United States and the United Kingdom saw this as a growing threat. Sanctions were imposed. Pressure increased. Economic warfare became the new weapon. Then came the nuclear question. Was Iran building weapons, or seeking protection? The answer could change the balance of the entire world. Negotiations began. Deals were made. Promises were broken. In global politics, trust is always temporary. Tensions escalated again in the 21st century. Cyber attacks, assassinations, secret operations. A war fought in silence, but felt everywhere. The Middle East became a chessboard. Every move calculated. Every action watched. One wrong step could ignite a global conflict. Then came moments that shocked the world. Military strikes. Retaliation. Escalation. The line between peace and war became dangerously thin. The Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important routes, became a pressure point. Control the route, control the global economy. Oil prices reacted. Markets trembled. Nations grew uneasy. Because this conflict was never just regional, it was global. Even today, tensions continue. Alliances shift. Strategies evolve. The war never ended, it just changed form. Behind diplomacy, there is distrust. Behind negotiations, there is preparation. Because history has taught both sides one thing: never fully trust the other. The United Kingdom remains closely aligned with the United States. Iran continues to resist Western influence, a cycle that refuses to break. Generations have grown up under this tension. For them, this conflict is not history. It is reality. A story still being written. And yet, despite everything, There have been moments of hope talks, agreements, temporary peace, but peace has always been fragile. One event, one decision, one mistake could change everything again. The question remains, can this conflict ever truly end? Or is it destined to continue forever? Because this is not just about nations. It's about power, influence, control. And those things are never easily surrendered. From covert coups to open threats. From diplomacy to destruction. This is one of the longest-running conflicts in modern history. A war without a name. A battle without a battlefield. But with consequences that affect the entire world. And as the future unfolds, one thing is certain. And as the world watches, this silent conflict continues to shape the future in ways most people never see. It is not fought on a single battlefield, but across economies, alliances, and decisions made behind closed doors. For decades, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Iran have remained locked in a cycle of tension, strategy, and power. Sometimes loud, but often invisible. And yet, the consequences are felt across the globe. Because this is not just a story of three nations. It is a story of control, influence, and the fragile balance that holds the world together. The question is no longer how it started, but how it will end. Will diplomacy finally break the cycle? Or will history repeat itself, once again? Because in a world where power never stands still, peace is never guaranteed. And as the next move is quietly prepared, one truth remains. This story is still being written.